Episode 2 of Panthers Franchise, and we have week 1 against the Jacksonville Jaguars today. We are going to get our first look at our draft class for this season, and the number 1 player is Morgan Stills, a wide receiver from Clemson. We don't really need a receiver. I think a defensive tackle could be really interesting to pair with Derek Brown. We probably won't be in range for either one of these guys, I don't think. And if things go really south, maybe even one of these quarterbacks if they're good, but I think we do have some players that we could go after here. Some more players in the secondary as well. So I do kind of like this class that fits our needs. The strengths of the class are receiver, defensive tackle, and quarterback. So I'm going to make sure our 3-star scout is locked into one of those positions, or at least 2 of them. You know, I think Daniel Stokes here, cornerback and safety, we could really use help in our secondary. So I'm going to hire him as our 3-star scout. And then Preston Lee, to make sure we cross over with defensive tackle, I'm going to make sure he's one of our scouts as well this year. But here we are in Everbank Stadium to face off against the Jaguars in week 1. And this is the debut of Tetairoa McMillan. And he's going to be going against Travis Hunter, which we have seen this matchup in college football between Arizona and Colorado. So it's going to be a fun matchup today. Our last season record was 5-12, but Brian Flakes and his nice old school mullet is ready to take down the Jaguars and start off this rebuild strong. We did not win the coin toss, so we are going to be receiving this kick. We're going to get a very early look at Bryce Young and McMillan, but Blackshear here on the return. A nice little blocking from the Panthers special teams, and Blackshear is down the right sideline. What an opening play for the Panthers in this franchise rebuild. Oh my goodness. You couldn't write a better script. 7-0 Panthers in a blink of an eye, and now we're going to kick it off to the Jaguars, and hopefully they don't respond with a kickoff return. But oh my goodness, what a start. And we do tackle him down inside the 30. So here comes Trevor Lawrence in this Jaguars offense. We have a lot of young players on this defensive line. We'll see if we can get some pressure today. They're going to bring somebody in motion here. Lawrence is looking down the field, and Lawrence, he's going to go deep, and it's going to be caught by Brian Thomas. A lot of fireworks early on in this game. What a beautiful throw from Trevor Lawrence there. And again, little read option play. It's an RPO. Another first down. So early on, you can see that Brian Thomas Jr. is causing fits for our secondary. Lawrence outside the pocket and Travis Hunter with the drop. We are really struggling to match up against this Jaguars passing offense. That should have been an easy touchdown. Lawrence here underneath to Travis Etienne for 4 yards. Not one run yet for Jacksonville. Gonna play a little cover 1 here. Hopefully we can get home with some pass rush. And Lawrence again looking. We're just gonna blitz after him. But he's just going to run it for a touchdown. Well, we did just block the kick. I didn't commentate over it because I just expected it to go right through the upright. But can we go back-to-back with these little kickoff returns? Trevor Etienne now on the left side, and he's caught. But here comes Bryce Young in the biggest season of his career thus far. He's got to have a productive season. We're going to start off in 12 personnel and give Chuba Hubbard a run right up the middle. The Jaguars are kind of stacking the box here, but we got Hubbard for 5 yards. 2nd and 5 now for our offense, and underneath here, it's going to be intercepted. Whoa, there's no way Bryce Young just threw that bad of a pass. I have no words. I have no words. Was literally just talking about how important it is for Bryce to have a good start to the season and put together his best season as a pro. And then he starts off with his first pass being an awful interception. And now Lawrence again crossing the middle of the field for a big completion. Not a great start outside of our kickoff, I won't lie to you. And Etienne now up the middle, and he's going to pick up 10 yards. Just going to run commit up the middle and make sure we can get him stopped in the backfield, and we do here. Good play. Receiver goes in motion, and still at the 3-yard line. Jacksonville's looking, and Etienne's got another touchdown. The Jags are going to kick this extra point, and it's up and good. All right, so let's try this again. Hopefully Bryce Young can get the nerve settled because that was an awful beginning to our first drive here. But Hubbard again, another nice run for 10 yards. We honestly might just have to give Hubbard so many carries. We're basically just a running team. Little check down here to Hubbard again. He's a workhorse for us. 2nd and 2 at the 46. Another handoff, and Hubbard again. Ton of green grass for another first down. I'm telling you, this Panthers offensive line is really underrated. This time, though, they bring a blitz, and we're stopped in the backfield. Gonna force us to pass here on 2nd and 12. I love these little mesh concepts, but nobody's really open. We're just gonna lob one up, and it's out of bounds. McMillan might have one-on-one coverage top of the screen, and he will. We're gonna lob it up to him. McMillan, one-on-one coverage. He didn't even jump. Maybe slightly underthrown by Bryce Young, but we're gonna have to punt it here, and we're gonna try to put some backspin on this one and see if that is maybe too much power. Oh, that could be pretty good. This could pin them inside the 5, and a really good punt. This is kind of risky here. but I'm bringing an all-out blitz against the Jags, and they are going to pass for it underneath here to their tight end, Brenton Strange. Modest gain. And the Jags have ran it, what, once or twice so far? It's going to be a screen pass here. That's incomplete. We're going to come out here in a dime look on 3rd and 7. I am playing the sticks, predicted pass. Can we get off the field here? Lawrence is going to try and run for it again. He's just so sticky. He takes a big hit, but he got the first down. We've been unable to do anything defensively so far in this game. Jacksonville already 2 touchdowns, trying to move it down the field again, and Etienne's breaking a tackle, but for 1 yard. Trying again, Roseboom to user this. It's another run to Etienne for 3 yards. Now we're utilizing some Tampa 2 here. It looks like double slants, and again, right over my user, and Brian Thomas Jr. holds on. We're making Trevor Lawrence look like Josh Allen in this first quarter. He's absolutely dicing us, but Derek Brown almost got a sack. We just need to get him behind the sticks. I'm going to utilize Roseboom here and try to get a sack. Lawrence has another receiver in motion right up the gut, but again, Lawrence is dicing us. I didn't think it was going to be this bad. I mean, we got J.C. Horn to guard Brian Thomas, but it's been really rough even underneath. Again, Lawrence outside the numbers here to strength. It's going to be 3rd and short. You got to think it's going to be a carry here to Etienne, but the Jags have just barely ran the football, and there's going to be another pass. Lawrence looking underneath, and again, J.C. Horn beat. Jacksonville 1st and goal again. It's going to be a handoff to Etienne for nothing. 2nd and goal, brought a blitz, but fading back, and a bad throw from Lawrence as Etienne's going nowhere. Trevon Moehrig with a great play. Start of the 2nd quarter here. I would love to hold the Jags to 3. We've got him backed up. I mean, this is 3rd and goal at the 15-yard line. There's no excuse to not get off the field here. Lawrence going to fire it underneath. He low-key had Thomas in the end zone, but they're short. Really good stand from our defense to hold him to 3, but we need Bryce Young to put together a drive because it's been rough sledding already offensively. Maybe we can get another miracle return. Trevor Etienne now is going to take it, and if we didn't run into our own block, we might have had an angle there. All right, 34 yards of offense so far. We've got to put together a strong drive. Bryce Young underneath here. It's going to be held onto by Trimble. Now we got a little screen here to Chuba Hubbard, and we've got him. Pretty good blocking up front as well, but Hubbard's going to be a little short. I want to run this football, but it's too risky. We have to pick up this first down. And again, McMillan crossed the field. He dropped it. There's just no reason to go for it. Inside our 30. It's going to be another 3 and out for this Panthers offense. And a decent punt, but they are going to return it. And Jacksonville's got the ball again at the 32. Our defense has been on the field so much in this first half. We kind of need a turnover to turn this around. And Etienne now outside the numbers. He's got a big run. Oh, man. It's looking ugly so far. Jacksonville, another run here. Good stop there by Roseboom. I think we could see some play action here, and it's another run, and Etienne breaks 2 tackles. Are you kidding? And now the Jags again on 3rd and 3. Gonna bring Roseboom on this blitz. If it's play action, I think we get there. Here comes Brian Thomas in motion, and it is some play action, but of course, another first down. Trevor Lawrence at this rate might be NFL MVP. He is shredding our defense. Another little quick screen here to Brian Thomas for a few yards. We need somebody to make a play. Another man in motion. Etienne up the middle. Roseboom, another really nice TFL. I put somebody on a quarterback spy this time. Lawrence now is looking for a target. And why are there just 2 players running wide open in the middle of the field? I guess Zach Ertz is now on the Jaguars. But can somebody guard him? He's like 37 years old. He can barely walk. And we can't guard him in the open field. And now Bigsby is in the end zone. And this defense is terrible. We can't stop the run. We can't pressure the quarterback. And we can't guard Zach Ertz, who's 37 years old, down the field. Pathetic start. Although we're down 23-7, we can't get away from the run. That's going to be the identity of our team, but we can't even block now. What a terrible start outside of special teams. We got a blocked field goal. We've got a touchdown. But outside of that, it's been pretty bad. And now Bryce Young again. I mean, the kid can't complete a pass. Thielen was wide open. Literally nothing I can do there. And now we're going to try to throw a little hole shot up the sideline to Leggett. He caught it. Definitely the best play of the day from our offense. Really good throw from Bryce. And now we're back to the run here with Hubbard. And we're going to juke inside, but nothing really given there. Maybe try and find McMillan on this post corner, and he's not open underneath here. It's caught by Hubbard. A lot of green grass for Chuba Hubbard. Jukes inside. We're inside the red zone. Finally, the offense that we expected. Can we try and get McMillan involved? We got him underneath. And McMillan is in the end zone for his first career touchdown. Tetairoa McMillan finally alive and well in this game. But now the Jags have the ball back. We cannot allow any points in this game if we want to come back and win. Honestly, we need to force a 3 and out and maybe add a field goal or touchdown again for us before half. But here's the 1st and 10 play. Lawrence is looking down the field. And he's got another first down. We whiffed on a tackle. Whiffed on another tackle. Whiffed on another tackle. And the Jags are almost inside the red zone. Lawrence has 226 yards in the first half. Our defense is non-existent so far. This is honestly embarrassing. Lawrence, again, outside the numbers, it's incomplete. It's not even Travis Hunter or really Brian Thomas Jr. It's Zach Ertz, it's Brenton Strange, it's Parker Washington, I believe. Like, it's a bunch of randoms cooking us. And Lawrence, again, gonna find Brian Thomas for 8 yards. We've got to get him off the field. Another pass here, and again, it's Zach Ertz. Can somebody please tackle Zach Ertz? He's in the end zone. He's breaking 4 tackles. It's 37-year-old Zach Ertz. Jacksonville has 30 points in this first half. This defense has been absolutely pathetic. We're going to throw underneath here to Jatavion Sanders. He's going to hold on for 5 yards. But it literally doesn't matter what we can do if our defense cannot get a singular stop. Like, it literally does not matter. Bryce Young's going to run for it. Timeout. We honestly need a touchdown, but we have to take care of the ball because if we turn it over, Jacksonville at this rate will just score another touchdown. So we're going to take off with Bryce again for a nice gain. We need a first down here. Looking underneath. We got it. Just find the completion to Leggett. Timeout. Now at the 50, the Jaguars are kind of backing up their coverage, which is kind of weird. So we're just going to throw it to Thielen here, and he dropped it. 3rd and 10 now. We need a play from Bryce Young. Hubbard underneath. Get to the first down marker, please. He got it. We'll go timeout. We're going to put Leggett on this speed out and just trying to pick up a few more yards to get in field goal range. We got it there, and now we take one shot at the end zone. So McMillan or Leggett, one-on-one. We're going to go to McMillan again. McMillan in the end zone. It's overthrown. A little risky here. I think we've got time for one more play. So we're going to try to McMillan, and okay, it's incomplete. So now we have a 50-yard field goal, and I think that should be good. Power's good, right down the middle, and it's now 30-17. Of course, Jacksonville is starting off with the football, so we got to get a stop. If we're down by 20 points, we might as well just chalk it up as a loss. But I don't really have faith in our defense right now because it's been pretty pitiful, honestly. I just don't really know what to do. Like, we're going to run a 3-4 here to try and stop the run on first down, and it's going to be a run. But again, ETN, I guess not really going anywhere. We'll come out in nickel and second down, give us another defensive back, but then now ETN runs and he picks up 6 yards. And now we're going to bring a blitz here on 3rd and 3. Lawrence is looking underneath. Please make the tackle, Rose Boom, and he does. 3 and out for the Jags. Finally, our defense makes a play. And if we can go down the field here and answer, we're low-key back in this ball game. We have some return room here with Blackshear, who already has the kickoff return touchdown. This time going nowhere. I thought Bryce Young played a lot better off after his first terrible interception. We're going to throw underneath here to Tremble for another completion. Going to hand the ball off to Hubbard here on 2nd and 1, and we did get the first down. Tremble has elbow bursitis. I don't think we need him in. We'll substitute him. 1st and 10 play, double slant. I would love to find somebody open. I think we have McMillan down the field. If Bryce can get it to him, and McMillan dropped it. Honestly, a pretty good throw from Bryce. Hit McMillan in the hands. He just could not hold on. Now a little halfback screen here to Hubbard. He's got blocking up front, and we're going to cut that inside. We've got the first down and a bit more. Across midfield, good little drive starter, and I was thinking about ripping that to Thielen, but we're just going to have to throw this ball away. Nothing there. Another handoff to Hubbard up the middle. The Jags clogged that pretty well. Wow. It's almost like they knew the play was coming, the way that they collapsed it instantly. But 3rd and 13, depending on how many yards we get here, could be 4-down territory. Hubbard out of the backfield. Not really a good play. Gonna go for this on 4th and 13. Pretty much no man's land, and we need some points on this drive. Thielen, beautiful route, and beautiful throw from Bryce Young. Oh my goodness, we're still alive. I was worried if he was gonna throw that accurately to Thielen there. We will take that, and now we're approaching the red zone again. Thielen, another slant, holds on, and Thielen, the old man, another first down. I would love to target McMillan here and get him another touchdown, but he really hasn't played well today. And Hubbard up the middle. Nice carry. We've got McMillan on this little drag route here. Can he get open? McMillan. He holds on to it. 2nd touchdown of the day for the rookie receiver. I'm telling you, an elite red zone target. This is a really big drive for the Jaguars. We're starting off in our 3-4 base defense. Lawrence looking again outside the numbers. Brian Thomas cooking J.C. Horn. Or actually, that's Morig. We were not playing zone there. I don't believe we were. I don't know why Morig is guarding Brian Thomas Jr. one-on-one. He's not really a great coverage guy. Lawrence underneath here. Thought we might have had a chance, but Hunter going backwards. That's a positive play for our defense, so I'm going to line up in nickel now. We need somebody to get home. We have no sacks on the day. It's going to be a handoff to ETN. Good little vision there to cut it up. It's 3rd and 5. I'm going to bring a blitz. I'm going to guess pass as well. Playing the sticks, and we need somebody to get home But again, Morig has been a liability today. It's Zach Ertz. Like, if we were playing Brock Bowers, I get it. But it is Zach Ertz, and he is getting fried routinely one-on-one. It's pretty much unacceptable. Good coverage again. 2nd and 8. Another handoff to Etienne. He stops short. Gonna come out here and cover one and have him on a quarterback spy. Morig, and oh my goodness. Again, Zach Ertz. Somebody please stop Zach Ertz. This is unbelievable. He's rumbling through tackles like he's prime Rob Gronkowski. Nobody can tackle him. And now the Jags have 1st and goal at the 1. We do get a stop, though. But, like, my goodness, this is unbelievable. It's not one of the best tight ends in the league. It's literally Zach Ertz. Play action here. Good defense. Thrown in the flat. He's short. I don't care what the Jags do here. I'm run committing up the middle. Going to expect a quarterback sneak. And the Jags are going to sneak it, and, of course, they're in. I literally ran commit, put my linebacker right over the center, and it didn't even matter. Lawrence is in. They're going to go for 2, and he's going to fire it. And it's caught by another tight end. So we've got 175 passing yards on the day, and we're going to have a lot more if we want to come back in this game. Sanders on this little post corner. He holds on to it. Good catch. We kind of got to go no huddle the rest of this game, I think, because we've got to be able to score in short order. Again, Sanders, I really, really like him, especially in real life as well, for another 1st down. Our offense has honestly played really good. We had one really bad mistake and turnover with Bryce Young, but outside of that, it's been pretty flawless on the day. And again, Bryce Young firing it. Hubbard caught, and another nice completion. Running slant routes again. I like Thielen here. He's winning so often on that, but he's going to drop that pass. McMillan on this post corner again. Could be interesting. He's got one-on-one coverage. Just throw it up. McMillan, he got cooked on the route. I thought McMillan could win there. Got completely bodied off his route, and now we have a key 4th down. Sanders, another big catch. Jatavion Sanders has been so clutch in this game so far. McMillan, one-on-one coverage. McMillan, can he get there? Bryce, he overthrew him. That was for his 3rd touchdown of the day. And Bryce didn't even give him a chance to catch it in bounds. That one hurts. We're just going to run here. Try to pick up a few yards. We got 6. We got Rico Dowdle in the game. Going to run him a little screen pass here. And we've got it out to him. Dowdle, use your blockers. Rico Dowdle's got it inside the 10. Little halfback draw here. And the Jaguars are ready for it again, but we did get a couple yards. You know how cool it would be to get McMillan his 3rd touchdown in his debut game? That'd be massive for us. Bryce Young under some pressure. Just throw it to McMillan. McMillan, it's overthrown again. Bryce Young, couple opportunities we had. Couldn't get it to him. 3rd and goal at the 7. McMillan again is open. McMillan forced it. Thought we could fit that ball into that tight window there. Not really a good decision. And it's picked off. The Jaguars now can just run out the clock pretty much. And in this game, they're still going to pass it. And Parker Washington, another 1st down. This Panthers defense has been so frustrating. I mean, 24 points is good enough to win a game. It's just our defense has been so bad. We can't stop the run. We can't stop Trevor Lawrence. He's had like a perfect day. Like, has he incompleted more than like 3 passes all day? Lawrence again scanning the field. Ryan Thomas Jr., another long completion. Nobody can tackle him. 362 yards and 4 touchdowns for Trevor Lawrence. 2nd and 9. Another pass for the Jags. And finally, we're going to get home with the sack. And I actually think it was Nick Scorton who got the sack. So another young player having a really good first game for us, getting a sack. Now, Lawrence looking. He's going to try and run for this. Somebody please light him up. How did he not fumble that? The Jags got a chip shot field goal to pretty much ice this game and make it a 17-point game, which is honestly a really embarrassing debut. It's up and it's good. Gonna try and be aggressive here, but I don't want to have another turnover for Bryce. Let's give McMillan a one-on-one chance here. He's got a step, and McMillan holds on to it. Tetairoa McMillan. What a debut. He's had a couple of drops, but overall, I mean, honestly, a really good debut for your 1st-round pick receiver. Thielen underneath here. Another nice catch for 10 yards. Our offense has honestly been so productive outside of our 2 pretty bad turnovers. But McMillan again in the end zone. What a throw from Bryce Young. That is the 3rd touchdown for McMillan in his debut. That's honestly really, really amazing. Obviously, it doesn't matter a ton in this game because our defense can't get a stop. But you want to talk about for his dev trait and his overall moving forward. What a great start to his career. That's huge. Just going to come out in this 4-4 look. Try and stack the box and force the Jags to maybe go 3 and out. But not feeling too great about that. Etienne, please bring him down. Please bring him down. Thank you. The Jags had an injury, so we didn't have to use a timeout yet. And again, another handoff. Actually, it's some play action. And of course, look who it is. Zach Ertz. He breaks another tackle. Somebody please take this guy out. I'm really scared for us when we play a real good tight end because Zach Ertz is having a career day. Another throw here, Brian Thomas. We're going to begin using our timeouts and engage 8 right up the middle. ETN run, going nowhere. I just think the Jags are probably going to pass it here and just try and ice the game. 3rd and 8, it is going to be a pass, and Lawrence is firing to the middle of the field. And he caught it. De'Ami Brown making that tough contested catch in the middle of the field. And Lawrence is over 400 yards and 4 touchdowns today. I'm honestly so miserable. I don't know how this Jags offense is playing so good. ETN another carry, and that's pretty much going to do the game. We can't even bring him down. 48 points from this Jaguars offense. 48 points. You know, 41 points, 48. What's really the difference? Let's try and get more targets to McMillan here. He's going to have another catch here. Just pad his stats with Bryce Young. Make our offense look lethal. And maybe still take a positive away from this game. There's Thielen again on the slant route underneath for another nice gain. Why don't we get McMillan like his 4th touchdown in his debut? You know how cool that would be? Would that be a record for a rookie receiver? Honestly, could be. Bryce Young making a play out of nothing. Pretty good play from Bryce. We're just going to slide. 2nd and 6 now at the 35. And just dumping underneath here. Sanders, another catch. Probably our 2nd leading receiver today. 1st and 10 again. And Sanders again. Underneath, can he get out of bounds? And he can. Look at Jatavion Sanders, man. Gonna try and target McMillan. I mean, why not? Why would we not target our 1st-round receiver and Bryce? Oh, my goodness. That might have been a walk-in touchdown if Bryce throws an accurate football. But 3rd and 2 at the 12-yard line. Thielen underneath. Just hold on to it. And he dropped it. How did he drop that? That wasn't even good defense from the Jags. It was wide open. He drops it. Sanders underneath. Bryce, please be so serious. Bryce, please be so serious. There's no way you just overthrew that pass by that much. Bryce, please be serious, bro. Please be serious. They're at the 2-yard line. I'm going to run commit up the middle. If the Jaguars pass this, I delete the game forever. And nice stop there. And now my game just shut down. Madden. How does this happen? How does this happen? I'm not even really sure what happened, but I'm going to run commit up the middle. We're on goal line defense. If the Jaguars pass this, I'm never playing again. But we got a safety here, which is nice. Our defense finally made a play, and now we have a chance for Bryce Young to throw another interception on a terrible throw. See if we can force feed McMillan again. Underneath, guess who it is? Jatavion Sanders. He's just been a beast all day. Bryce Young has almost 400 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 3 picks. And I'd argue 2 of the 3 weren't really my fault, so nobody can be mad at me for that. And we're just going to throw it underneath here. Caught by Hubbard. See McMillan. Maybe try and target McMillan one more time. I'm trying to avoid to throw another pick with Bryce. So we're just going to make him come back for this football. McMillan down the field. He held on. Oh my goodness, on Travis Hunter. That is going to be the last play of this game, but honestly, considering everything, there's a lot of positives you can take away from this 48-33 loss in which the Jaguars just obliterated our defense. Lawrence was 30 of 34 for 403 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. Bryce was 31 of 52 for 402 yards, 3 touchdowns, 3 picks. On the ground, we definitely need to have more carries, only 10 to Hubbard, but to be fair, we were down early and by a lot. Receiving wise, Brian Thomas Jr. had 147 yards. Zach Ertz had 134 in year 12. But McMillan, 117 yards and 3 touchdowns. He's going to be so good. And defensively, Trevon Moehrig led us in tackles. He had 4 TFLs as well. So Moehrig actually pretty good in the run game. Devin Lloyd picked us off twice. Savage had 2. And who got the sacks for us? So we actually didn't have any sacks on the day, it says. Kind of weird. We do have an upgrade for Bryce Young, so I guess we'll probably put it again on Field General. Just try to improve his accuracies, because that was a big reason why we were unable to complete some of those easy touchdown passes. But in next episode, we're going to be facing off against the 1-0 Arizona Cardinals, who do have an overall advantage, and their offense cooked in last game, which is not great because Trey McBride might have a field day against our defense. I do also want to play more games in each episode, maybe 2 or 3 per. So I'm going to try and adjust that moving forward in the next couple episodes. And something to change is probably accelerated the clock to make sure it speeds up a little bit. and maybe we'll just put that on 25 so it does help the game move a little bit faster. But I hope you guys did enjoy episode 2 of Carolina Panthers Franchise. If you are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, drop a like in the video if you did enjoy it, and hope to see you guys in the next episode.